welcome to our brand new web-based series, Design on Demand. I'm Matthew McMaster, and here at Design on Demand, we give you an in-depth look at some of our best products, as well as covering some various applications that our products can be used for. The best part of all of this is that we break our series topics up into small, digestible chunks, which, by the way, are not harmful if swallowed. Anyway, enough with the introductions and on to this week's topic, which is black chrome plating. In this series, we'll be covering what black chrome plating is and why in most cases, black chrome plating is superior to other plating systems. You'll be led down your black chrome journey by our two product managers, Jamie Stockton and Ryan Middlebrook. They'll be kicking off part one of this series by introducing you to the Misumi Configurable Model, as well as covering our pricing structure, our shipping and machining locations, our shipping options, and where and how you can get sales and engineering support when you need it. So with that, on to Jamie and Ryan.
Let's get started. We want to first talk about what Masumi is all about.
What are we about? The configurable model.
That's right.
What, you might ask, is the configurable model? Well, on our website and in our catalog, you'll find a range of different componentry with configurable options. You can configure, for example, a linear shaft like this one to the exact length that you need it to be, potentially with end machining like you see here, major diameter, or I'm sorry, an OD thread. This particular shaft is in fact hollow. I'm not sure if you're able to see that or not, but it is. And so we actually have configurable options that facilitate basically any conceivable machining that you could probably put on this type of product. And we have it for linear shafts, radial shafts, a range of different other componentry used in industrial automation. So,
well, that's great.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that Masumi likes to do is they like to offer very low pricing. But I think a lot of folks in the industry kind of confuse the fact that the pricing that we offer is so low. With that, that must mean that our quality is actually poor as well, and that's actually 100% incorrect. Masumi's very prideful on the fact that they have a high quality product. So, in addition to high quality, you get a low price, which is certainly not the way that it works in most of the industry. What I did was I went to Masumi's website and I configured a miniature linear guide, or an MLG, similar to the one I'm holding up now. So that part number that I came up with on our website, and I would encourage you at home to go to our website and try the same thing, MasumiUSA.com. I configured an SEB8-100. And when I did that, I clicked the orange price button right on the screen, and I came up with the price for one piece of $35.48. So then I went to one of our competitors' websites and found a similar linear guide, a miniature linear guide. These are all fairly standard in the industry, so it's pretty easy to go to any site that you would like and configure a similar size model. I did that and came up with a price that was more than double the $35.48 for a comparable product, and I was actually quite shocked.
Yeah, do you think that's due to a setup fee, or is there some other extenuating circumstance that we're not seeing there? Or?
I feel like Masumi's prices are honestly just that low, and the reason why we're doing that is to try and increase our market penetration and compete in the United States marketplace.
Interesting.
So it's definitely an intentional price. So, what else do we have that's good about Masumi, right?
We stock and ship a range of different product quite quickly. Even with end machining on a linear shaft like this, we have express options that facilitate one-day shipment, which is really unparalleled in the U.S. Typically, you're looking at least a 3 to 5 day lead time associated with this type of product, but we can actually get machine shafts out the door in many cases with that express option same day, and standard lead time for a product like this in low quantity is about 3 days.
Well, that's good. So we can do it in 1 to 2 days, and it says machining in the United States. where is the machining actually taking place?
Yeah, we actually machine our shafting in Addison, Illinois. It's greater Chicago area, so right outside of Chicago. And we also have our fulfillment center close to Chicago as well, in the Midwest. Then we've got another one in the greater Los Angeles area. So significant base of really manufacturing and fulfillment in North America.
And just as a baseline, it says on here no setup fees. What would one of our local machine shop or somebody else that sells machine shafting in the industry, what's a typical setup charge?
I mean, I think it ranges based on the organization that you're looking at, but certainly we offer economical pricing, whether it's one piece or 1,000 pieces of a machine product.
Right.
And we feel that's where we really excel, because if you're working on a prototype for eventual production, we are not going to kind of stick it to you from a price perspective on the front end of your project, where maybe others might do that.
Well, I think it's safe to say for a machine shaft like this at one piece, a machine shop or somebody else in the linear industry would be looking at somewhere in a $50 to $100 setup charge, right?
I think that's absolutely fair.
Just to make one piece for you. I mean, it takes a lot of time and setup and things like that, and yet we don't have a setup charge, right?
Absolutely, yes.
So we value the individual new customer that maybe is doing a prototype or something like that. So and that's great. So right out of the United States, 1 to 2 days on most of the products. If you do have a product that needs to be configured, like so let's say a linear actuator, or let's say a linear guide that maybe is a longer length or has some plating on it or something like that that wouldn't be stocked, we can turn that around and get that out the door from one of our United States distribution centers in 7 to 10 days is a typical lead time. So let's say you want an actuator that's 355 millimeters stroke. That's not something that we would normally stock. Your lead time is probably, and our website's going to tell you what the lead time is and be pretty accurate. Going to be about 7 to 10 days. Yeah,
absolutely.
So, and in comparison to most other folks in the industry, you're looking at generally 3 to 4 weeks whenever we do a custom actuator from most other suppliers.
It's probably important to note that there are some suppliers that will sell actuators in less time than that, but they're typically a stock stroke length, so you end up paying for stroke that you're not actually going to use, which is not always the best of solutions. So.
Right, sure. You're paying for something you don't need.
Yep.
So what about our local sales and engineering support, right?
Well, we've got a range of different application support engineers at our U.S. headquarters here in Schaumburg, Illinois, so greater Chicago again. We've got regional sales staff based throughout the country, and we've also got our product management folks here to answer any potential questions you might have. So basically available 8 to 7 Monday through Friday.
Great. And let's not forget about our friends in Canada. We also have sales support and engineering support right up in Canada as well.
Can't forget the Canadians.
Thank you for joining us today at Design on Demand. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this 4-part series on black chrome plating. I invite you to return tomorrow for part 2, where Jamie and Ryan will discuss what low temperature black chrome is, black chrome's advantages, and how black chrome holds up in corrosion tests. Very interesting stuff. In the meantime, check out our social media and our brand new blog, the Masumi Mech Lab. You can find the links in the description below, or you can watch some of our other videos. If you like this or any of our other videos, please subscribe to our channel, as we'll be uploading tons of great new content in the weeks and months to come. Thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to having you back.